I held to my oath, Reeve. I hope you will honor yours.
My promise holds, aye. Beowulf will join you in the fight against Rued's.
With your aid, we may...
In past times, that horn was used to muster fyrds all across our land. You may find others who have warmed to its call.
Good. Whatever willing men you find, rally them soon at the ruins north of Burt Castle. Beowulf has answered the call. I should join Finia in our forward camp. The Kingsbury horn has inspired more than a few farmers to action.
Yeah!
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah! Sure! That horn came from Elmenham. Baldist must have got to them. The brothers' fleet, gathered and ready.
Avon! What? Men are pouring in from across East Anglia, and our ships stand ready.
The Edward's Reeve is with us. His men will be here soon.
More than his. The Kingsbury Horn has inspired men all across this kingdom. We will have... the army we need. It seems Oswald got what he wanted in the end. Saxon and Dane, united in common cause.
A pity he is not here to see it.
The forces will be ready soon. Are you ready to start the assault?
I am.
Our target is Burg Castle, said to be impenetrable.
Good. Let them have their false confidence.
By cover of night, Baldus will lead the field at the front gates. With Rued's men distracted, our forces move on the sea gate from the backwaters at their backs.
And once we're in, we'll leave no gate closed in that castle. Rued's men cannot be allowed to dig in further. Your longship, is she ready?
She awaits her own special glory. They need your words, Eivor.
For a long time you lived in fear. Your houses razed, your fields scorched. Now your chance has come. Fight to be free of this pain. Fight to be free of fear.
Freedom!
Now is the time. Today we rid East Anglia of Rued's clan once and for all.
Eivor! You remember the dream I spoke of?
You sailed through Helheim on a ship of fire.
Here, it may come to pass.
Dreams, life, maybe they are one and the same. Tonight I ride the flaming sea steed, rushing for the spear din. A watcher alight on water's wake. Another glory I will keep. Ready yourselves. Rued's shit stains will see us coming. Hold course!
Ready yourselves to brace, men! We bring Helheim to our enemies! How nice! They greet us with some of their own from the air! Arrows! Brave! Odin's hell! The sword maidens take them swiftly.
Steady your hands! Hold for impact! Hold! Now! Get that ram in place! We need to open these gates!
Ram goes through.
Pushing! East Anglia depends on it!
These merchants and bonds can wait.
Our battle plan has legs! Keep the pressure! lives! Oswald lives!
Eivor, was that you?
Shut your arse, twig spine!
Stand fast! This will be over soon!
Worry not for me! You must stop!
Silence, fool! So this is what it comes to, Wolfkist? 2 Danes fighting over a filthy Saxon whoreson? If this swine is your prize, come and get him!
Valdis! Well met!
Give yourself
Thank you.
You throw in with these wastrels? These Argir swine? For what? A scrap of land and a promise of peace?
Eivor, no! He should be tried before God, a lawful assembly. I won't have my reign begin with more blood spilt than is needed.
Another screeching scold. This man must die for the damage he has wrought. The old laws are clear.
These are Oswald's lands, to rule as king as he sees fit.
Does Eivor bow to kings?
To defy a king would shame him. East Anglia cannot heal without his honor intact.
And what of your honor, Eivor? How much are you willing to lose?
The rightful king of East Anglia has spared your life today, and so it will be.
Compassion is a virtue suited for anyone, Eivor, including you.
I should speak with Oswald, see if he's well.
Praise the old father! Oswald lives!
Thank you for heeding me, Eivor. I know the worth of such a gesture. All this is like a dream.
But you're not asleep.
Well fought, the both of you!
You came as well, old friend.
If I'd known you were still alive, I would have stayed in Norwich.
Look around you. A happy occasion and a glorious victory.
And soon, something more grand to take place. Our wedding, my love. If you will still have me, that is.
And why would I not?
I fought poorly. I melted under the heat and anger of that brute. And I never...
Oswald, stop. You fought with all your heart and soul. That's all you need ever do.
Come then. We have much to prepare for.
A bride to wed and a kingdom to lead. What some men wouldn't give for such things.
Countless men have died for them. And you, Vanir? Are you jealous of such things?
Hardly. My heart is afire, but my body aches. I desire only a long nap.
I saw a bale of hay back there.
Later, Eivor. For now, I must see to the wounded.
Then I will see you at the wedding.
Aye, of course you will.
I should return to Elmenham. Oswald's wedding will soon begin. Wedding preparations in full bloom.
My lord.
Thank you. May this feast set a spirit just like you to keep a king waiting at his own wedding.
Yet I arrived in the end.
A part of me worried you wouldn't.
I told you I would see you crowned, and now here we are.
Without you, I'd be dead. Another wasted hope for East Anglia.
You look good, Oswald. Like a man about to marry a more powerful woman.
Do I? Because I'm nervous as hell.
Of all the battles a man can fight, the war against himself is the hardest to win.
I hereby name you man and wife. And as man and wife, I name you... Oswald of Elmenham, first of his name, the rightful king of East Anglia, with his lady Valdis, soul, fist, and beauty of this land.
You've done it, steward. A king now sits on the throne of East Anglia.
Don't leave yourself out of this song. We did it together.
Back to your dreams, then, of fire and Helheim.
I lost my way some time ago. Not to say when. I don't want to be here. I never did. This was Halfdan's dream. He ordered me to see it through. My dreams, I'm remember? Wind in my beard, salt on my lips. Whether or not I find it, only time will tell. Until then...
Eivor! Care for a chat? Eivor! Wolf-kissed. Gaze upon my pots.
They are not, Brothir. My arrow shat...
Even after draining so much meat.
To his knees and let Oswald hold him for trial? I could hardly believe my ears either.
Yes, that's it! As with everything, an easy task for the wolf-kissed.
Ah, barely a challenge.
Impressive. Impressive.
I've never seen this church look so beautiful.
Oswald designed it himself. Hand-picked all the decorations.
Give me a dead shaver. I've a thirst for plunder and glory. If not now, then next time.
Skål, Eivor! Let's have... Your fist is without ale. Let us address that.
Surely a special kind of metal is required for drinking before the new king?
A metal not on...
To Odin, and
And the new king. Not bad, Wolf-kissed.
a fool's way.
A challenge, not
I will drink.
Confident.
and will make it interesting.
I accept. Too strong for you. This ale is strong, Brody.
Now.
Fine.
Skull. Is that what you say? Yes. Look there! Thinner on the roof!
The boar represents fertility.
As does Freya. What's your point?
You impress me, Eivor. Your battle. Yet I wonder, is there any skill?
Even a fool has something to teach, whether they are aware of the lesson or not.
Hey, hey.
Be plain about it, Stiffspear. You want to lay with...
That I do. Will you
A good plow sword is a rare thing. Lead the way.
Gods. That's worth of...
I shall as well.
Ruthie? Holy's balls. You thought I was my bro...
To be honest, I didn't think...
Thinner on the roof!
So I told you, Dave, you get the wolf, while the Saxon gets his milk. They'll trade with each other. When the time comes, we'll make it into a good stew for
Sweet wine for a sweet swine?
I hate it, actually.
Come join
When we
me!
make that-
The Saxon god wanders somewhere up here, does he not? I haven't seen him.
They like to say he...
Look! The moon! It moves untroubled now.
Are you all right?
I've tasted glory.
I'm glad to hear it. Now...
I always felt like Skoll or Hati, chasing and trying to fulfill Halfdan's wishes. But now I've caught my sun and moon. I've got them and
You can let them go. Sail...
My longship's in Valhalla. Don't you remember?
Come on.
I have...
Actually, when we make that stew, you can have my bowl.
You think
You're
in such
very
a strange
strong.
way.
You're very large.
Sorry for this, Eivor. I've had one last glory.
It need not be the last.
Not the...
Enough fun and games. I should see how Oswald is doing.
Eivor, I'm about to address our guests, and I'd like you to be there.
It's been a worthy ceremony so far.
And have you had enough fun yet?
I'm ready to...
Good. Come, come. Friends, honored guests. We've pushed through hard times. It seems like all we've known is loss and suffering. But it is not conflict that binds us. It is compassion. May we always favor compassion, even when our enemies refuse its boon. So, to my Dane friends and neighbors, I give thanks for the bravery you have shown during our collective struggles. And for my fellow Christians, may we continue standing as examples of our Lord's grace. Lights in the dark. I see East Anglia's future right here, right now, in all of you, Dane and Saxon alike. To our future.
Still a bit soft on insults. But the king has courage.
And to Eivor, without whom none of this would have been possible.
On behalf of East Anglia, let this ring be proof of our loyalty to the Raven clan and all they have done for us today.
Would you have any words of wisdom for us?
To the good King Oswald! Skull!
To Oswald!
Skull!
Skull!
Score! Okay, everyone, the bridal race starts now. Remember, you all have to lose to the bride and groom. Steady all, and ready yourself for the wedding race. The king and his bride against all.
My king. The sheep you left to guard me have been shorn. Oswald! King of sheep fuckers! Show your eyes! I challenge you.
I accept.
No square, only sweat and blood.
He may be wounded, but don't let your guard down.
Let's settle this.
I will bury you, Saxon. I'll take all that is yours.
Should a king show mercy to one so malevolent? So cruel? I'll not give you the satisfaction of a good death, for my god forbids such cruelty. Therefore you are outcast. From this moment on.
You have won. My life is yours.
Your life is God's. Now go! Leave my kingdom and never return!
I do not understand this Saxon religion. Oswald is a coin. One side mercy, the other courage. There are few like him, I'll admit. Saxon or Dane.
Such a strange display. Courage and restraint like I've never seen. With all that's happened, with all the chaos Rued wrought, still, Oswald found reason to spare him.
It's a strange thing.
A remarkable thing. From what inner spring does such kindness run? I'd like to know. With my duty here fulfilled, I now choose East Anglia. I fight for you, my king.
Rise, old friend. You're embarrassing me.
Be well, Finir. Your choice is a bold one. You continue to surprise Oswald of Ilmenham.
Thank you, Eivor. When we first met, I made an oath. I promised you an alliance.
You did.
You'll have it, so long as I draw breath.
Until next time, King. Now it seems the wind calls me back to Randvi. Let's tell her the good news. Roland, Volker, why all this shouting?
Eivor!
I heard shouting.
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished.
Rot disappointed word. Does the deer rub the stream when she takes a drink? Does a cow rub a field when he crops on sweet grass?
Eivor, this matter requires sensitive judgment. Will you?
Of course. From the beginning, please.
Well now, there is no excuse too small, I see.
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean...
Please start again.
I will start. I have been
Philly, what?
Silence, please. I will hear both of your complaints and render a decision, awarding company. Rowan,
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough that I often catch him at my stables, stealing my tools.
borrowing.
Holger, let him speak.
Stealing, borrowing. My point being, I have always allowed him to use whatever he pleased. I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail, bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to Hallgeir, for when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush slathered with indigo, dragging it across a sheet of
Painting, Rowan. I was painting.
You see? Such willful...
I understand. Holger.
Eivor, you have known me as a skald for years. You have seen how my poems bring life and joy and wisdom to... And you know that my work requires a certain, let us say, freedom. Often when lacking the proper tools, I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick.
You cut off my horse's tail to make a beat.
Rowan?
As I was saying, this morning in the throes of poetic reverie, I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no, to make a perfect brush. I needed the fine hairs of a well-raised horse.
You clipped Alfgafur's tail to the rump without asking.
Thank you, Holger. I believe I understand your I believe...
My horse looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now.
Do not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan.
Quiet, both of you. Holger, Rowan is clearly in the right. You sheared the tail from his horse without gaining permission.
I borrowed the tail. Borrowed!
It is a two-victim crime, Holger. Though they are unharmed, you took without asking, and that will not do. As the horse's value has diminished significantly...
But the horse was not for sale.
My decision is final, Holger. Pay what you owe, and meet...
And if I do?
Pay the man and be done with it.
It does.
Good. Return to your home.
Oh, hello. That Holger.
I almost envy him. To see the world through such a muddy glass, and
Let's not walk too far with that.
East Anglia is with us. Their King Oswald has pledged his loyalty to it.
Eivor Kingmaker, we shall call you. Some interesting news. King Ceolwulf has sent Ceolbert to Shropshire. He hopes to install him as Ealdorman.
Good for Ceolbert. He should do well.
I gave him only a taste of my knowledge. The rest... One more thing. I do not know if you heard, but Svend passed away a short time ago. The poor man slipped away.
I had not heard, no.
It has been rough on her. She spends quite a lot of time at his burial mound.